How's it going, guys? Hey, how's it going, bro? Good to see you again. As most days, there's no topics. We're just training. It's the people that really set the topics with the questions. You mean an ACL? Well, I would recommend you figure out exactly what's wrong and to what degree before you do any heavy lifting. I've had 2 hernias before, and you have to listen to your body. You know, what helped me, what strengthened my entire body from my joints to my tendons um, to my bone structure is medical qigong. There's standing meditation, okay, which aligns and actually straightens your spine. It conditions your tendons, your meridians, increasing the energy flow. When there's stagnation, like meridian stagnation, you'll have disease. So I can only recommend looking into standing meditation, known as Zamzang. Okay, it's a funny word. It's spelled Z-H-A-N-G. Z-H-U-A-N-G. And this is something that they actually, in China, in hospitals, you can do this standing or lying down meditation. This is what they give to the old patients that can't even stand. It's sort of like Tai Chi, but Tai Chi is a different perspective. It's from the Wudan region, right? This is more, I won't say Shaolin, but I won't say Tai Chi either. It's a whole different system. It's one of the oldest systems. Okay, you might have seen people standing and hugging a tree pose, right? Where they're like, it appears like they're hugging a tree. That's one way. I didn't know that owning your own business can't be done, Mr. Lopak. I'm so sorry for your situation, for your 9-to-5 rat race. That's good. MMA kickboxing, amazing. In 6 months you can know how to fight. The basics. Okay, let's get the trolls really mad. We're doing iron palm training. Carrying a pistol is not an option in some places, Mr. Orange. Please, educate yourself first. And we're not talking about firearms. Well, it's up to you, man. It's your body. It's your, it's your body, your choice. I would just listen to my body because you can only guesstimate so much. And if you really did injure something really badly, you want to know to what degree, right? If you want to train in longevity, I've been training for over 13 years and thank the Lord I never had a surgery. I've had issues before. I've had tennis elbow or a boxer's elbow. Okay, I've had tendonitis. Okay, I had an accident where I fell off my motorcycle. My knee was pretty banged up, you know. And as I said, I've had 2 minor hernias. So if you want to keep training long time in martial arts, you really need to take care of your body. Then the best thing is to take some time off and do some active recovery, walking. Okay. If you want to add a little challenge, get a body vest. Okay, the weighted vest, and walk. Swimming is another great exercise. You guys never even trained before. I don't know why you're actually typing. It's actually shameful. Some people never even been punched in the face and they're typing. That's the funny part. I don't even have to talk and I get a rise out of people. That's part of the perks of this live stream. I don't even have to talk or show my face. And incels get mad. This is conditioning. This is for your wrist, so you can hit with your wrist, your back fist, the side of the hand, okay, and even these knuckles here. Let's see. I did grappling, yes sir. Well, you need another punch in the face. Some of you guys need slaps in the eardrum. I'm not here to make you feel better, guys. I'm sorry. Seek therapy. Seek professional help. I'm not a therapist. You have people that do brick knuckle push-ups. For what reason? Does that make you a better fighter? Of course not. It's just a conditioning asset. Please try to understand what you're even writing. This is not the backhand, this is the wrist. I'm from Canada. Yeah, and for the fist, you don't need the granite. This is granite. I'm not punching granite. I already punched the cotton bag, and I have wood that I can punch. Okay. There is a risk if you don't have the proper method. If you don't know what you're doing, if you don't have the medicine, if you don't have breathing exercises, if you don't clear your meridians, many aspects to this kind of training. There is better, of course. There's more basic stuff you can do. You don't have to do this. Why slap in the ear? Because if you palm strike in the ear, you will disorient the person. And if your palm is conditioned, you'll cause damage. The ear is very sensitive. If you even grab the ear, if you have good grip, okay? And it's not just the bones that are getting rough or stronger. There's, again, more aspects, which is how I know a majority of people, they have no idea what they're even typing about. And a lot of you guys are, a lot of you guys have brain rot from corn. I do condition my shins. Well, some people do need a slap in the ear to waken up, maybe. To stop being a troll and do something with their life. This is Kung Fu from the monkey boxing or monkey fist. That's what this method is from. But I have kickboxing and other Muay Thai and boxing. The basic striking. But this you won't find in the West, right? Unless it's carried by somebody. I don't like UFC anymore. I don't really watch it. Yes, fake rock. You got me, bro. It's a fake rock. You're not the first to say that. Somebody said this was a rubber rock. And that actually brings a big smile to my face. Some people don't even know you can palm strike in bare knuckle fighting. Real low IQ, guys. Why'd you stop? Keep training your face, bro. This is not slapping. This is palm strike. This is slapping. Please, understand. Don't just type your mind what you think. Think before you type. Okay, and then think again. How often do you have to do this? The beautiful thing is you don't have to do this. And I'm not sharing the method of how you do this. Because there are, first of all, more basic methods that the beginner has to do. How are you going to hit granite if you never hit wood? If you never hit sandbags? Mr. Jack, I'm not here to feed your parasites, I'm sorry. You gotta go on TikTok for that. Yes, it is deep. You're right, because this is 5-element Shaolin hardening skills, right? Below earth element or stone, you have wood. After the earth, you hit iron. But when you go on Google, they'll recommend hit sandbags, wood, and then move on to iron shot pellets, which is completely wrong. You're going to cause internal damage. Because what Google won't tell you is that each element corresponds with a certain organ. The earth element, for example, or the stone, it corresponds with the spleen. The wood corresponds with liver, and so on and so forth. So you have to understand other things. We're not talking about a 2x4, brother. Bamboo will do. Oak wood, teak wood, okay? And obviously finished. Yes, sir, Boss Ruben. You know what's up. I don't watch one. I watch the highlights here and there. You know, I like one better though than UFC, to be honest. To condition the wrists, I already made a video. You can go on my channel and check it out. To condition that basic conditioning of hands and wrists. Okay? Basic. We're not really talking about hardening skills yet. Hardening is dealing with the elements. When you're dealing with just conditioning your tendons, the muscles, the bones, making it more elastic, there's easy exercises for that. One exercise is starting your basic push-ups into your wrist push-ups into fingertip push-ups. And if you can't do any push-up, you do the static holding position. Kid, you're on here typing to me and I'm losing time and you haven't even put out a sweat today. Super embarrassing. Do some push-ups, brush your teeth, wash your face, start your day. Be a man. Be a man, Hussein. Don't be a GMO. Let's see. Can you watch this process? Thank you, bro. The hate is not actually to me. The hate is to themselves because they actually hate themselves. That's what is hilarious. And I put this 18 plus. I don't know why kids are coming in here. I'm actually fasting right now. I train fasted. Actually, I'm not mad. If I was mad, I would swear. This is entertaining, but I don't like parasites. That's the real thing. I don't tolerate weirdos and parasites. I'm not here to feed your energy. Seek therapy, please. I'm not a therapist. I'm very sorry for that. It is painful, but training is painful. If you don't understand that martial arts is painful, you shouldn't train it. You really shouldn't. Let's see. I'm just booting some GMOs. Actually, I'm hitting my back fist. And the knuckles are already conditioned. The knuckles are one of the first things to condition. If you can't do knuckle push-ups, you shouldn't do any kind of conditioning. I do practice monkey kung fu. I practice Ho Chuan Men from Taiwan. You don't land knuckles on granite. I'm sorry. As I said, I already have this bag full of marble. This is crushed marble. This is what I use for the fist. UFC is a lot of politics. I used to watch UFC 10 years ago when Anderson Silva was in his prime. Yeah, over 10 years ago. I used to watch it in 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then it was only the big fights. I like a good boxing fight better. I know there's so much hate between boxers and kickboxers and Muay Thai fighters, but if actually people learn from one another, they would be very even more equipped. Much more equipped. Boxing has some of the crispest striking on the planet. Somebody prove me wrong. It has some of the best footwork on the planet. Somebody prove me wrong. Boxing is high IQ. More people have been deleted in boxing than kickboxing or MMA, unfortunately, in the ring. In boxing, when you're cornered and you have no options of framing really, okay, raising your leg to block something, all you have is your head movement, your heart, some blocks, some ducks maybe, and the guy's coming at you. It shows me guys never really boxed in a ring, you know? You guys never really been in a ring boxing. It's a different feeling than kickboxing, I'll tell you that, man. There's no teep. You know, you can't really do those little things that you do to get away in kickboxing. Yeah, you don't worry about the head kicks, but all you got to think about is this guy's training is punching all day and night. That's all they train. Body, head, body, head, body, head. That's all they do. So you don't think after 5, 10 years those guys are super proficient? You can see when a kickboxer fights a boxer in sparring, for example. It's a whole different world. But as I said, you add some elbows, some clinch work, some knees, some kicks. With that boxing striking, psst. Lewis, I can already tell by your name. Again, people that never did hand conditioning are telling me about hand conditioning. At least show me something. Show me your videos. I can replay this and watch and then click on your video on your channel and see what we have. Karate has a beautiful stance. Yes, sir. I love the footwork in karate as well. Very proficient. Why the palm? Because of the palm there's a palm strike. You can slap with the palm. You can hit the nose with the palm. You can hit the eardrum. There's a place right below the ear, right behind the jaw. If you smack really good, you will hurt somebody. But again, that's how I know. Some of you guys never even smacked somebody in the face before. And I'm not saying to go smack someone in the face. But if you don't have real experience, if you don't have even street experience, if you were never in the streets and you fought, how can you tell me about a palm strike that doesn't work? A hammer fist. People say, why am I hitting with the hammer fist? You have the chop and you have the hammer fist attack as well. If somebody has top mount, you can hammer fist them from the bottom. Unfortunately, Wing Chun doesn't go far in iron palm training. And if it does, the Sifu exclusively got it from another system and won't tell you. I've actually had 3 different lineages of Wing Chun that I trained under. And none of them had iron palm training. They had a bag with the cotton bag on the wall with rice inside that you punch. That's about it. And the wooden dummy as far as they go. And there is no real regiment for Wing Chun forearm conditioning. They just tell you to do the dummy sets and practice until your arms condition themselves. I appreciate the views, thank you, and the likes, thank you very much. Gotta get you out of there for sure. I did train jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai. Please, don't be, don't be so presumptuous. It shows your weak nature. The fact that somebody has to ask why a hammer fist, it just shows me the level you're at. Please, do some research. No, the only cringe is you. Your whole life is cringe. I'm not here to fix your problems. I'm sorry. I'm not a therapist, guys. Seek therapy. Professional help. Somebody wrote ew, and then this idiot said there's no one hating. I don't know if you people can read. I don't know if YouTube doesn't abide by me putting no one under 18. Yeah. But it is a degenerate world we live in. Hold on. Where's that guy? Yeah, Lima, we know why you're faceless. Let's see. Too many people in here. I'm trying to get these weirdos out. Yeah, 17 and a half, kid. I put 18 plus. I don't know how you slipped by. I'm not here to solve your guys' inner agitations. Lewis, who cares exactly? Who cares? How long have I been training with The Rock? About 2 years. I know Muay Thai, Isaac. Don't be presumptuous. It's not a good trait. I do bare knuckle bag work again. GW, you're one of those GMOs. Thank you, workshop. Appreciate it. I've been training my palm actually. Do you use herbal mixtures? Of course. Of course you need herbal tinctures, you need internal and external medicine. As I keep saying, don't start with stone. If you're a beginner, do not start with stone. Hard to hurt. You keep hitting that rock, you'll go blind. According to who? Your Western ideas? I'm very sorry. There's masters that do this with a proper method. Don't assume that I don't have the proper methods. Don't assume that I just found this on the internet. This is from people who do this for many years. Please reply. What did you write? I didn't see that. There's too many GMOs in here. Yes, masters. There's a monkey master in Taiwan, Jiang Yushan. There's a steel master in Taiwan as well. The person I learned from has been hitting granite for over 5, 6, 7 years. As I said, this method requires internal and external medicine. I understand that hitting your fingertips across iron, that will blind you 100% if you don't have the right medicine. What? This guy said my palms are backfish. Won't your palms get hairy? I don't know what that means, bro. I never seen any hairy palms. I don't know why you're on here actually, if you're not trying to be sincere. And I can tell you're a verified or whatever channel, but I really don't need people in here. I'm booting a lot of people, to be honest. If as a troll you can't offer any value and you're not entertaining, there's no point to being here. I've never seen hairy palms before. I never even heard of that. I've heard of blindness. I've heard of internal organ damage, because this requires your liver function, your kidney function, your lungs, your heart, and your spleen, the 5 main yang or yin organs. Okay, this affects those systems. As I said, each element is within a system. It's affected. Okay, but you don't start hitting stone or any kind of granite or marble until you hit wood. How can you hit stone before you hit wood? How can you hit iron before you hit stone? Think about that. Yeah, hard to hurt, bro. Look at your display picture, man. My goodness. Again, a Westerner, he won't understand the 5 organs, the 5 elements, 5-element Shaolin hardening skills. He will make fun of it because he's a proud Westerner. Most Westerners are proud. They only want to learn the combat and fighting aspect when there's internal alchemy actually going on. And if you really know that I will go blind, then you should know what timeline. How long does it take to go blind or to start losing your vision? And more importantly, why am I going blind? Which organ is being affected? If you can't tell me those things, you have no business spewing out medical information or giving me a diagnosis based on what I'm doing. What I mean by Westerner, Mr. Dename, is having a Western mindset. I don't mean necessarily being located in the Western world. If you subscribe to the Western mindset, which is a lot of foolishness. That's why America's the biggest country in the world that spends the most on its healthcare, and it's the sickest in the world. It has the most sick people in the world, and yet you spend the most money on your healthcare system. Hilarious. And hypocritical. Very American. Mr. Charles, you don't have to do it. Just because I live in the West, it doesn't mean I subscribe to the West. You can take the pills. You can take the 5 doses. Actually, the 6th one is coming up, guys. Did you take it? It's very important. I don't know Salat. I love Salat, though. I really love Salat. Okay, I'm not too familiar with it though, but what I've seen, it's along that Southeast Asian region. Is a lot of the same Hanuman, Muay Buran, monkey boxing type. Elbows, knees, reverse elbows, knife hand strikes. For example, when you hit iron, in the ancient times, a lot of masters went blind because they didn't have the proper medicine. What I mean by the proper medicine is what people know as Dit Da Jiao or Dit Da Yao, right? Hidden fall wine or herbal liniment. For each element, there's different liniments, right? Each element has their own liniment formula. I know for the iron, there's ingredients that actually is not allowed in the West. For example, like scorpion, that goes into the iron liniment. You cannot find that here. You might have to go to Mexico. But there are serious ingredients that you cannot attain even sometimes. And then you need the right knowledge, so it has to be passed down. Right? The medicine that I have, for just the stone element, it has over 20 herbs inside. For proper hand building, I made a video. You can check it out. Strengthen your hand and forearm for the basic work that a martial artist should do. I like Lithway because it humbles Muay Thai people. Muay Thai is amazing. I love the clinch work. I love the elbows. I love the knees. But when the headbutt is involved, that takes it to a different level. It takes it to a street level. If you've never seen somebody get headbutted, and I'm not talking about world star, okay? If you've never been in the street and seen somebody get headbutted and fall like a ton of bricks, you don't know how devastating a headbutt is. So that is a whole different element. It takes a different IQ and awareness to even be aware that the person can really do some damage to your cheekbone, your nose, okay, the corner of your eye bone, okay? Very, very devastating. Oh my goodness, Jeremy, I hope that's not your real display picture. My goodness, brother. Self-care is the hashtag of the day. Well, it's not the internet that's sick. The internet is a vessel for sick people. Most people hate themselves. I can't help them, I'm sorry. I'm not here to entertain parasites, actually. Why do you think you're so wise? I never said I was wise, because I tell my experiences. Maybe that's your interpretation of you thinking I'm saying I'm wise, but I'm not saying I'm wise. I'm just giving you my experiences. That's all I'm doing. As I said, majority of people, they can't put a sentence together, and they damn sure don't tell me their experience. And if they're telling me the experience, most times it's an exaggeration. And there's no video to prove they can even do a basic jab cross combination. That's the real sad part. Actually, there's a lot of weird people. Let's kick them out. I'm not flexing, I'm just showing my training. The title of the video is not flex, sir. It's martial arts training. I'm sorry you feel undermined and you have such a weak ego. But I cannot increase your ego. I cannot increase your self-worth. Only you can do that. Let's see. Get the GMOs out. I did work a labor job. All that does is toughen your hands, but not in this way. I worked HVAC before. I did pool building, rough jobs. Listen, this doesn't do anything. It just toughens your hands. It just toughens your skin a bit. That's it. I've done concrete. I've done interlocking. You have no face on your display picture. You don't have a right to talk. At least show something. Show some work that you're doing something. Why would I want to pick a fight? That's not my life. That's your life, bro. I don't pick fights. Yeah, monkey style. Monkey, Ho Chuan Min. Some of you guys need life skills and hobbies. Typing in bed isn't gonna do it. And some of you need to detox from corn. That's 100%. not trying to break anything. I've never fractured or broken my hand doing this. That's why I said it's not just what it looks like hitting or even hitting it hard. Okay, that's good for today. Let's get the GMOs out. Time to go, kiddos. Okay. No, the music doesn't make me focus. Why do you only do conditioning? Well, stick around, kiddo. You might learn something. Yeah. I'm waiting for a lot of people to leave actually before I do any training because a lot of you guys are weirdos. Yep. Just keep typing away your mind so I know what you're thinking. Keep typing, guys, don't stop. Music name is the soundtrack from Ghost in the Shell. If you're not a 90s baby, you don't really know what that is. If you're born in 2000 and after, you won't know what that is unless you look it up. Let me see. No, it's not about affecting. It's actually there's too many people in here. I don't like a lot of people in there. Or typing away their madness, you know? 92. Chinese string with branches coming off. Actually, this is slow mode already. No, the basement was getting done and things fell through. But people claiming the insulation is dangerous. All the insulation is sealed, or else I would have a lung issue because I've been training here for 3 years plus. Well, if keto doesn't apply to you, then you shouldn't get offended. Since especially you're born in the 70s, that shouldn't draw you out. But there are kids on here. That's hence I said kiddo. Blue belt, nice. Nice. There you go. Keep typing away what you think. Let's see. Good. You're a kiddo, you can go. I don't need that many people here. Do you need euros? Well, no, I don't need euros. Thank you very much. Why is he? Do you know Jason Genova? Nope. I'm not beefing. This is my room, and you have weirdos that type a lot of weird stuff. I didn't know that. Oh, Mr. Suka, блядь. Пошел нахуй, сука. Guys, I didn't know that owning your own business doesn't exist. Твоя мама, блядь, сука, пидор. What's going on, Anthony? Show hand. Here's my hand. Fully functional. Yeah, there's various ways to condition your shin. That's what I use as a bamboo bundle just now. So you strike it with the bamboo and then I rolled with it with the stick. Why are you pairing with the back of your glove? That's a no-no. My friend, how long have you been training? That's the most stupid thing I've ever heard in my life. You ever watch the Crawford fight? Lomachenko? That's all they do is they parry with their backhand. Man, I'd understand if it's your first 6 months of boxing, but that's a really dumb thing to say. I don't. It's not criticism when the person is talking about is a false thing. Again, the backhand has always been used since black and white days, right? This is me southpaw, but if I'm orthodox, people have been using the cross guard and parrying from the backhand. You guys are low IQ, bro. Whoever got offended at that, you guys are low IQ. That's just a little above the basics. When you watch the Crawford fight, that's how he got. That's how he kept jabbing Spence with a power jab. He's a southpaw. Spence is orthodox. He moves in, either slips or blocks that jab with his backhand. He parries it, and he has his own jab. Boom, boom, boom. Y'all crazy. I don't know what boxing gym you guys learned at. It's not technique I'm working on. I'm just doing as much as I can. But again, there's power. Oh man, my phone's about to die. God damn. Well, if my phone dies, I'm very sorry. I'm not training for any kind of technique, man. All I'm training for is a little conditioning and maintenance. I'm not training for a fight. I'm just training. Well, my phone is 2%. So I hope everyone has a great day. Thank you very much for tuning in. And always work on yourselves. Take care.